All right, ladies and gentlemen, after a little bit of technical difficulty, we are on the air. It's the very first broadcast of the 2012 season for the Loyola Ramblers. How you doing, everybody? I am Brett Myers. Here in this first half, about 18:57 remaining in this first half in this conference, or this battle between the Summit League and the Horizon League between the South Dakota Coyotes and the Loyola Ramblers. Couple of scoring chances created. As we rejoin the action in the middle of the field, the Coyotes, in the middle of a 7-game road trip, they are 1-5-1 coming in the match as a shot is taken, and Loyola's goalkeeper, Monica Gagno, gathers that one up. Ramblers coming tonight's match with a record of 3-4, lost 4 straight, won their last 2 contests in overtime a week ago against Yale 2-1, and by the same scoreline at Western Michigan on September 9th. Ball in the midfield now that is played by Rachel Green. That's going to be played forward. Making a run for it there. Jenny Tesla, the leading scorer, scored the only goal in the game for the Coyotes in their last contest against Green Bay last weekend. Ana Claudia Michelini, the reigning Horizon League Women's Offensive Player of the Week, has the ball. A little back flick over. And that ball is in the area. Headed away by the defense of the Coyotes. Tegan Eberly will try to clear for South Dakota on the far side, plays it down the line. Back to clear it up is Tessa Daniels, headed out. And that is going to be last off a Rambler. So it will be a throw-in for the Coyotes as we get some substitutions coming to the game. Handful of substitutions, getting some fresh legs on the field. 17-14 remaining here in the first half. Ball tackled away out of play again. Into touch for a throw-in for the Coyotes. Allie Giddings, and that ball is going to be sent in. Gagno has an easy time with that. We'll corral it up, wait for the players to reset themselves before punting it away. Signs a nice booming kick over the halfway line. And the ball goes back to the Coyotes. Coyotes looking to find some offense. Only 5 total goals this season for South Dakota. But they have the ball deep in the defensive third of the Loyola Ramblers. Again, we apologize for the technical difficulties. Sorry we have joined you late, but we have joined you. Giddings will take the throw in on the far side. In the box it goes. A whistle. And a push inside the area is going to be called by our referee this evening, Mike Velsanis. It'll be a free kick restart for the Ramblers. Again, the Coyotes in the middle of a 7-game road trip. They've lost 3 of the last 4 matches. Last match at Green Bay, 3-1. Jenny Teslo, the only goal in the game for the Coyotes, struggling to find some offense in 2012. Far side now, Sammy Gage for the Ramblers. Crosses it in with a left foot. Into the area, cleared away by the Coyotes. Out to corral it up is Lauren Bennett, plays it forward, through ball to the midfield. Making a run towards the middle is Aaron Bello, still on the ball. Tries to play that ball through. Knocked back by Tessa Daniels. Over to Monica Gagno. A little bit of offensive rush there for South Dakota. But the Ramblers' back line has held as they've held throughout the course of this match. That's going to be played in the middle. With a touch on it, Kylie Wheeler. Knocked away. Chelsea Stokes heads it back forward. Now Sammy Gage with it. Sammy Gage about 30 yards from goal. Plays it to the far side. Looking to cross it in into the area. Deflected away. Headed back. Looking for a player. It was touched away by Rebecca Sparkman, and then a shot taken over the crossbar. And out of play for a goal kick for the Coyotes. Over 30 minutes gone by. Only 2 shots on goal registered in this ball game, both coming off the feet of Coyotes players. A defensive struggle between these two teams. As that ball will roll into the hands of Jen Schaefer. Schaefer, the sophomore, getting the starting goal for the Coyotes. Her 3rd appearance, her 2nd start of the season. Came into the game with an over 3 goals against average. And Loyola looking to use that to their advantage tonight. Ball on the far side now. Eberle with it. Plays it down the line. Tack it away. Sent down the line by the Ramblers. Lots of midfield play here in the latter stages of this match. On the near side now, here's Lauren Bennett. Kristen Rodriguez marking her. Bennett still on the ball. Rodriguez trying to get some help and forces that ball out of play for a Ramblers throw-in. It's going to be Hubley with it down the line, but loses the ball back again. It'll be Coyotes throw-in. Bennett with the throw-in. Throws it to the middle of the field, headed forward by Willer. Eberle with it. Eberle, who can play both sides of the ball, spends a lot of time listed as a defender, but spends a lot of time playing forward. Assisted on the only goal in the match for the Coyotes against Green Bay. And that ball played back towards the Coyotes defense. Tacked away by Sammy Gage. Near side, through ball, through the legs of Colleen Reeves. Out of play, throw-in upcoming for the Ramblers. .12:42 remaining first half, no score here at Loyola Soccer Park between the Loyola Ramblers and the South Dakota Coyotes. Brett Myers with you on the Horizon League Network as Sammy Gage has the ball near touch. Played now by Mariah Schwartz. Schwartz still on the ball, looking to cross it in with the left foot, tackled away there by a Coyotes defender, and that is going to roll out of play and out of bounds for the third Ramblers corner kick of the evening. Running over to take the corner kick is Jesse Hubley. This sophomore midfielder from Elk Grove, Illinois, will try to put a foot on the ball and put it in the area. Into the box it goes and right into the hands of the goalkeeper, Jen Schaefer. Had an easy time with that one. I think right there what was trying to happen is Hubley was trying to actually pass that one past everybody. Schaefer wasn't fooled there. Now that ball is going to roll all the way over the end line for a goal kick for the Coyotes. And we'll have some more substitutes coming into the game for South Dakota. So Danielle Anderson will come into the match. She's going to replace Lauren Bennett. And then Britlin Dillo is going to make her first appearance in the match for the Coyotes. Ball going back and forth, and there's a whistle and a foul upcoming. So we got a free kick about 40 yards out from goal for the Ramblers. 10:50 remaining in the first half. Ball served kind of low into the area, headed away. Trying to bring it down, headed down there. And the ball trailing back to the midfield. Bello would clear for the Coyotes. All the way back, charging onto it is Taylor Navala. Navala trying to get around Gagno. Gagno had to slide it away. Shot taken in. That's a goal for the Coyotes. Misplayed by Monica Gagno. Kylie Willer had the ball fortunately bounce to her feet, and that'll put the Coyotes on the board with 10:17 remaining in this first half. Willer gets her first goal of the season for the Coyotes to break the score. Third shot on goal for the Coyotes turns into a tally on the scoreboard. And for a team that has only scored 5 goals coming into this match, that's definitely a confidence booster. Just a matter of Monica Gagno coming way too far off her line, playing the ball, misplaying it to a waiting player, and really all that had to happen there was Willer had to just chip it over her head. We got to give Gagno a little credit. She made an attempt to get back, but that ball was whistling right by her. under 10 to play, and the Ramblers face a deficit here in this first half. Let's see if they can regroup now. There's a whistle and a foul. Rebecca Sparkman, who stands 5'11", coming over the top there and pushing and committing the foul. Actually, it's going to be a foul against the Ramblers. Could have thought it went the other way. Usually that call will go against the taller player, as that ball is tackled away by Kristen Rodriguez. Cleared away by the back line of the Coyotes. Running for it, Valerie Gagnon plays it back to Monica, and Monica will clear it with the right foot. Headed back by a Coyote. Now it's going to be Chelsea Stokes. Tackled away. And a couple of Coyotes fans not happy with that call. Thought that Aaron Bello got all ball there. Not so, says our referee, Mike Valsamis. It will be a free kick for the Ramblers. Ramblers trying to reset themselves after the 35th minute goal by Kylie Wheeler. Valerie Gagnon to take the free kick right near the midfield stripe. Plays it short over to Jessie Hubley. Hubley with a left-footed service into the box right in the hands of Jen Schaefer. Schaefer with a quick outlet throw. That's played forward. Not enough Coyotes players forward. And the ball tackled away. Now the Coyotes have players forward. One of the Ramblers players sacrificing her body in the center circle is down on the turf, a little shaken up. And a clock stoppage. That's Tessa Daniels, who took that ball right off the face. At the very least, that'll just shake up your equilibrium just a little bit. So after the stoppage away from the ball, it will be a drop ball restart. Don't see this very often, and that's controlled by the, thought it was going to be controlled by the Ramblers, but guess this is the equivalent of redoing the face-off in hockey. And now the Coyotes win that one, but quickly turn it back over to the Ramblers. Mariah Schwartz with it. Plays it forward. Rodriguez has to play it back to the midfield. Over to Stokes. Stokes will lay it back to Daniels, who seems to be just fine after taking that ball to the face. Over to Valerie Gagnon. Gagnon to the near side. Plays it for Hubley. Hubley back to Gagnon. Ramblers try to set something up through the defense. Ball played down the line. Tackled by Rachel Green, but can't play it forward. Ramblers recover. Ball bouncing at the feet of Sammy Gage. Ramblers looking for an equalizer. 7:23 remaining in the half. That ball served in the area. Long ball and right through the hands. And it's a goal for the Ramblers. What a howler there by Jen Schaefer. Served into the area by Jessie Hubley. Right through the hands of Jen Schaefer. And there's that equalizer that the Ramblers needed. In the most unusual of circumstances. And that's not going to help the confidence of a goalkeeper who came into a match with a goals against average of over 3. A really soft one to give up by the sophomore keeper for the Coyotes. 1-1 we stand, 7 minutes remaining in the first half. Back to the defense. It goes for the Ramblers. Tackled away by Kylie Wheeler. Clock. Start the clock. And we had a whistle and a clock stoppage. The clock being reset to 6 minutes and 12 seconds. Well, so far we've seen a little bit of everything tonight. Earlier tonight, the Rambler men played IPFW and got a victory over the Mastodons by a score of 1-0, courtesy of an 89th minute goal. And now the Ramblers and the Coyotes had a pretty intense battle. And another clock stoppage here, exactly 6 minutes remaining in the half. And I don't know if we're going to get a caution here. Yes, we are. A yellow card has been issued to the Coyotes, Danielle Anderson, for a pretty harsh challenge near the midfield stripe. So Anderson, the freshman from Elkhorn, Nebraska, will go into the book of the referee, Mike Velsamis. And it'll be Gagno with the restart. Play it into the box. And a whistle and an indirect free kick whistled. Dangerous play into the area.
The Rambler goal scored by number 22, Jesse Hubley.
And that ball will go all the way back to Jen Schaefer with the restart. Headed down by Sammy Gage. Back it goes to the defense. Now to the Ramblers again. Hubley with it. Hubley plays it towards the middle over to Chelsea Stokes, who has to play it back to Tessa Daniels. Daniels trying to reset everything. Plays it long. Touch forward by Sammy Gage, now tackled away. It's going to be Brittany Lindillo chasing it down. Two teams trading tackles back and forth. 5 minutes remaining first half. Sammy Gage on the right side. Gage takes a couple touches on the ball. That crosses deflected out for a throw-in. And that ball will be thrown to the edge of the area. Gage with a couple touches now gets this cross deflected out for a corner kick for the Ramblers. The fourth corner of the match for the Ramblers. Hubley will trail all the way over to the far corner to take it. Ramblers looking for the equalizer. They got it with 7:16 remaining in the half. See if they can have the scoring here. Hubley into the area, headed by Sammy Gage just to the right of the goalpost. Got to watch those head balls. That's surefire way to score. That's sure how the Ramblers won their game against Yale a week ago right here at Loyola Soccer Park. Anna Claudia Michelini in the 104th minute placed a header from the 6-yard box. And now with the foot, a low dribbler right into the hands of Jen Schaefer. Well, when this match has been slow, it's been slow. But when it's been fast, it's been pretty fast-paced and intense between these two teams. First ever meeting between these two teams, by the way. Have never faced each other before this evening. Well, their first meeting has been quite an interesting one, to say the least. A couple of goalkeeper gaffes have led to both goals in this contest, as Schaefer will play that one away with the left foot. Bello sliding for it, take it away. Now on the far side, played with the left foot forward. Sammy Gage making a run on the right side. Gage slows down the pace, takes a touch, crosses it in the middle, sliding right through it. And that's going to be cleared away by Danielle Anderson, who picked up a yellow card a few minutes ago. Back to the Ramblers defense. Valerie Gagno to Tessa Daniels. Back to Gagno, trailing back towards her goal. Plays it forward. Rodriguez with a couple touches. Anderson marking her. Taken away by the Coyotes. Running forward, getting that is Navala, but that's going to be cleared away by Monica Gagno into the crowd. Last 2 minutes of this first half. This wildly entertaining first half. Boy, if we're going to have an opening match for the Horizon League season, this is a good start. Sammy Gage plays it back towards the middle. Rodriguez making a run on it is Mariah Schwartz. And that ball will be played out by Danielle Anderson. Ramblers will throw it in. Schwartz will head it. And now it's back to Schwartz. Keeps it in play near the midfield stripe on the near side. Kristen Rodriguez over to Sammy Gage. Gage has been a presence not on just the right side of the field, but the left side as well. She's been all over the place since she's been into the match. Didn't start the sophomore from St. Charles North High School, but she's definitely made an impact in the minutes she's played. And that's going to be a goal kick for the Coyotes. Under a minute remaining in this first half. The Ramblers won, the Coyotes won. Here in this matchup between the Summit League and the Horizon League in women's soccer. That ball headed away by Rebecca Sparkman. Ramblers take possession again. Rodriguez with it on the left side. Crosses it in with the left foot. Over to Sammy Gage. Right-footed shot just over the crossbar. Pretty solid idea there by Sammy Gage. Not afraid to take the shot. And the last 5 seconds will roll off here in this first half. And that's how the first half went. And we've played 45 minutes here at Loyola Soccer Park. It's the Ramblers 1 and the South Dakota Coyotes 1. And you're listening to Loyola Ramblers Soccer here on the Horizon League Network. We'll be back. And welcome back, everybody, to Hoynfield Loyola Soccer Park at halftime of this non-conference women's soccer battle between the Loyola Ramblers and the South Dakota Coyotes. Recapping the first half. Interesting first half it was. A lot of midfield play. Kylie Wheeler got the Coyotes on the scoreboard first. Chipped one right past the hands of Monica Gagno. What had happened is that Gagno had a shot that she played by Taylor Navala of the Coyotes. Played it back, but misplayed it right to the waiting feet of Kylie Wheeler. Wheeler just kind of let fly. Gagno did a great job to get back into her net, but by the time the shot was taken, she had gotten back. That ball was screaming right past her left hand to get the Coyotes on the scoreboard first. But the Ramblers, about 3 minutes later, 3 minutes and 3 seconds later, actually, got the equalizer, one of the most interesting, unique ways possible. Jessie Hubley had the ball at her feet about 20 yards from goal on the left side and launched one right through the hands of Jen Schaefer. Schaefer just could not reach it. Schaefer's not really big to be, well, she is. She's 5'10", but she could not catch that ball. It went right through her hands and into the back of the net for the equalizer. Shots in that first half. Loyola had 6. Only 2 of them were on frame. South Dakota had 3, and only 1 of them were on frame. Loyola had 4 corner kicks to South Dakota's 1. 2 saves for Monica Gagno in the first 5 minutes, or 45 minutes rather. Jen Schaefer, 1 save in the first 45 minutes. Kylie Wheeler with 2 shots, both of them on goal and 1 goal. That is her first goal of the season for the Coyotes. Tegan Eberly with 1 shot on goal for the Coyotes in that first half for their total of 3. Chelsea Stokes with 1 shot. Kristen Papierski with 2. Samantha Welcher with 1. Jessie Hupley with 1 shot. That turned into the goal, and that is her first goal of the year. And Sammy Gage with 1 shot as well for the Ramblers for their total of 6. We are getting ready for action here in the second half of this. Hopefully the Ramblers won't have to take it overtime like they did their previous 2 matches against Yale a week ago here at Hoynfield and at Western Michigan. Both games they won by a score of 2-1. And the clock has expired for halftime. We're getting ready to go. So it'll be the Coyotes moving from right to left on your screen. They're wearing the road red uniforms with the white numbers. And the Ramblers in their home white uniforms with the maroon numbers. And we're about ready to get things going for this second half. Loyola will have the kickoff as we get things situated here in half number 2. The whistle blows and we are underway with half number 2. Back it goes to the defense. Jennifer Martin plays it down the line. Looking for Maggie Olson there. Deflected out for a throw-in for the Ramblers. Martin will take it. Couple of quick throw-ins here to start this second half for Loyola. Martin has taken both of them. Throws that one to the edge of the area. And that's going to be shielded out of play. Knocked forward. Taken and shot to the side of the net. Almost a really costly turnover there by the Coyotes. Well back in their own defensive third. But it finally harmlessly rolls out for a goal kick. Shot taken there by Sam Welcher. One of the seniors recognized before the game. Welcher, player from Rockton, Illinois, Hononegah High School. Pretty solid girls soccer program there. Her teammate, Mariah Schwartz, they were actually high school rivals. Mariah Schwartz went to Boylan. Sam Welcher went to Hononegah, and those two schools were always the two top teams in the Nick 10 conference. So they've had plenty of opportunities playing against one another, and now they're on the same team here at Loyola. As a whistle by a referee, Mike Valsamis, will result in a free kick for the Ramblers, about 30 yards from goal. Valsamis will back that up to the spot of his preference. And it'll be Jennifer Martin to take it. Ball moved all the way towards touch. And Martin will put it in the area with the right foot. To a crowd in the area, rolls over everybody. Maybe one or two Ramblers players got a head on it, but also a Coyotes player got a head on it. And that's going to be out for a corner kick. Hubley, the goal scorer, back to the corner, the far corner, to take this corner kick for the Ramblers. Will drive it into the area with the left foot. Sends one a little bit low, right to the waiting feet of Tricia Stonebreaker, but that's going to go over the end line and out of play for a goal kick. Some good positioning there by Tricia Stonebreaker, just couldn't get an angle on a good shot there. Almost 3 minutes gone by in the second half. We are still tied at 1 between the Ramblers and the Coyotes here on this inaugural broadcast of the 2012 season here on the Horizon League Network. Join us. We got many broadcasts. The next men's soccer game that will be broadcast on the Horizon League Network, October the 13th, at least the next home match anyway, will be October the 13th. At least that's the next one that I'm doing. Don't have the schedule in front of me, but I will pull that up here in a little bit, just to give you the upcoming events. Thank you very much. Just was handed it to me. So we'll cover that. All 7 home volleyball matches will be on the Horizon League Network. .41-13 remaining here in the second half. A couple of volleyball games taking place next week. I'll be around for those. September 21st against Wright State and September 22nd in Valpo. Live from Gentile Arena as that ball is right through the hands of Schaefer this time around, she actually corrals it up. Lightning does not strike the same place twice, as this old saying goes. Counterattack upcoming for the Coyotes. And that Lauren Bennett was taken off the ball there. A whistle and a foul. Maybe about 25 yards from goal. Sometimes this might be a dangerous area. Hercules Gomez scored one from about this range in the U.S. men's national team qualifier against Jamaica the other night. So it's not far-fetched that Erin Bello could drive one into the upper corner from here. And she is going to drive that one, but over the goalpost and out. 5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Next women's soccer game in the Horizon League Network for Loyola. That's going to be at Milwaukee October 10th. That's at a 7 o'clock game. And as I said, the next men's soccer match on the Horizon League Network will be on October 13th. That is a 7 p.m. start here on the Horizon League Network. Lots of volleyball, lots of soccer action for you on the Horizon League Network. Make sure you tune in. Should be a fantastic time. That ball will go out for a throw-in for the Ramblers. Take it away. And into the box. Shot taken. Near side, near post. Off of the hands of Monica Gagno. And that is going to be a corner kick for South Dakota. That is only their second corner kick of the match. Tegan Eberly, the freshman from Schaumburg, Illinois, will be taking it for the Yotes. with the left foot. Outswinger and cleared away. And that ball kept in play and forced into touch by the Ramblers. So it'll be a throw in about 20 yards from goal. And Allison Giddings will be taking it for the Yotes. Throws that one to the edge of the box. Bounces over a couple heads. And Jenny Teslow, the leading scorer for the Yotes, runs over her defender. And a whistle and a foul called against Teslow, the junior from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Gagnon sends kind of a liner towards the midfield stripe. Little ping-pong action. And Anna Claudia Michelini trying to come down with it. Tackled away. Bello over to Eberly. Eberly with a little space to work with. Eberly has a couple of Ramblers defenders closing down on her. Teslow will chase it down towards the corner. Teslow still on the ball now in the area. Plays that one on the ground over to Bennett. Bennett physically forced off the ball. No call. And Monica Gagnon picks it up. Gagnon with a little time to work with will punt that one. A nice booming kick. Well past the halfway line. And that ball played forward. Welcher trying to chase that one down. Play to the sideline, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Ramblers. That'll be a throw-in for the Coyotes. May have thought that it came off a Coyotes player last. Not the case. So that ball will be thrown down the line. Taken away by the Ramblers, but back at the feet of Aaron Bello. Michelini tried to chase that down. Coyotes still maintain possession, 36-34 remaining in the second half. That ball played a little too far. Colleen Reeves had to chase it down. And will play it down the right line. Over to Teslow. Teslow now with a little space to work with. Teslow overruns the ball a little bit, gathers it up, but now it's taken away by the Ramblers. Nice defense there by Chelsea Stokes, who plays it to the near side to Maggie Olson. Olson now with some space to work with here. If you're a soccer player, you definitely want some space, and both teams have actually found a way here to use the space they've been given. Helps that this game is being played on a turf field. Ball rolls a little more true than it would on a grass field. So the combination of the speed, the ball rolling true, opens the game up quite a bit for both teams. And I think both teams are actually kind of liking the pace of this. It's kind of opened up their game just a little bit. Played towards the middle in Stokes, but that's going to be taken away by Tegan Eberly. Eberly, a couple step overs of the ball. Plays it with a left foot, but right into the defense of the Ramblers. Tessa Daniels will clear it. Looking for Maggie Olson, and that'll roll past her and out of play. Throw in upcoming. Giddings throws it down the line. Headed by Bello. Forward to Teslow. Teslow with only Valerie Gagnon to beat. Nice job by the Ramblers defense to close down on that, and Teslow is going to be muscled off the ball. And a whistle and a dangerous play is going to be called on Jenny Teslow. You can't really play the ball at the feet with the feet when you're laying on the ground. You'll get a dangerous play call every single time, and Teslow was the victim of one right there. Gagnon with the indirect restart for the Ramblers. Headed away. Bello trying to fight against Stokes for it. Stokes gets the better end of that one. Now played back towards the middle. Bello to Eberly. Eberly in some open space right now. Ramblers trying to close down on her. A little miscommunication there between Eberly and Teslow. And the Ramblers will corral that one up. Try to play it forward. Still in their half of the field. Michelini with it. Michelini trying to get around the player marking her. Papirski will play it back. Now over to Valerie Gagnon. Gagnon with the ball at her feet, a little time to work with. To the middle to Stokes. Stokes with the left foot. Near side, over to Martin. Martin will play it back to Daniels. 33-46 remaining second half. Tie ball game. 1 goal for the Ramblers, 1 goal for the Yotes. Stolen away there by Sparkman. Saw a lot of this in the first half. A lot of balls being played in the midfield. Not a whole lot of offensive pressure. Tries just a little bit of a chess match as Everly has it in the midfield stripe. Through ball over to Bello. Bello plays it wide over to Bennett. Bennett plays it back towards the midfield to Rachel Green. Rachel Green sends that one in the area looking for Teslo. Teslo can't get a foot on it. Cleared away by the Ramblers. And chasing it down is the Coyotes back in line. Sam Harvey. Through ball to the middle to Sparkman. Sparkman with that long lean frame gets a lot of strides with that and still on it. Back to the defense. Now in the midfield again. Right side Bello. Through ball to Bennett. Bennett with a shot. That's going to be way wide. Perhaps an ill-advised shot by Lauren Bennett there. Maybe had a little more space to work with than she had first anticipated. Monica Gagno sends that one line long just to the halfway line. And out of play and a throw-in for the Yotes. Bennett over the head to Bello. Back to the Ramblers now. Papirski. Through ball. Looking for Michelina. Michelina pulled up. Knew that was going to be a little too far from her. And it looks like we've got a handful of Ramblers who are going to check in the next dead ball opportunity. Eberly. Back it goes to Giddings. Giddings will play it forward to Teslo. Teslo muscled off the ball there by Daniels. Coyotes still with possession. Back to Eberly. Eberly near the midfield line. Tackled away there by Stonebreaker. Ramblers here on the counterattack. Papirski. Far side, Michelina. Michelina with the right-footed shift. That's deflected away. Now the Yotes trying to do a little counterattacking here. A little burst of speed there by Lauren Bennett. The Ramblers' back line will hold. Valerie Gagno does a nice job there. And a whistle and a foul called against Lauren Bennett. So the Ramblers going to push everybody forward on this free kick. Monica Gagno is going to be taking it. Ramblers defense standing near the midfield stripe. Gagno with the free kick. Nicely done into the area, headed forward. Lots of red shirts in the area. Everly trying to get a touch on it. Take it away there. And now Martin with it. Martin with a low-lining cross into the area. Nice little service. But it's going to be Welcher who has to play it back. Eberly, she's small and she's quick, and she's been everywhere here in the second half for the Coyotes, and forces that one off the feet of a Loyola player and out for a throw-in. Eberly's just a freshman, but she stepped up big here in the second half to keep this game pretty level. Now Tesla trying to do everything herself, knocked away by Daniels. Bello now over to Bennett. Nice little through ball there. Nice idea there by the Yotes, but just no red shirts were forward to make a run on that ball, and it goes harmlessly in the hands of Gagno. Gagno with a high kick. Bouncing off the heads of a Yotes player. Now Eberly with it. And Eberly will have no choice but to play that one at a touch on the near side. All right, we got a ton of white shirts coming in the game. Barry Bimby definitely trying to get some fresh legs out of the field. The head coach for the Ramblers in his second season. Sammy Gage will run onto that one. Back it goes to, or that's actually been out for a throw-in. So So Martin will throw that one in. Gage in the corner. Eberly deflects that one away. Poked out. And that was Giddings who forced that one out of play. A lot of play here on this near side. Martin with it, right foot into the area, knocked away, almost into the waiting feet of a Ramblers player. Ramblers looking to get some offense going here, but take it away. Here comes the counterattack for the Yotes. Thwarted for just a brief moment in time. Now Bennett with it. Bennett gets that one knocked away. Sam Harvey plays it to the near side over to Giddings. Over to Eberly. Eberly misplays that one. Daniels will clear. And the ball is going to trail all the way back to the defensive third of the Coyotes. Played towards the near side. Coyotes have no problem clearing there. Eberly plays it forward. Teslo cannot catch up to it. Back it goes to Sparkman. Sparkman gets that one tackled away by Monica Lee, who just came into the game, as well as Sammy Gage. And Gage just floors her defender right there. Sam Harvey just falls to the turf. Nice job there by Sammy Gage to kind of outsmart and outplay the defender there. Far side, the ball at the feet of the Ramblers. Over to the end line. Fighting for it in the corner. And that's going to be played out of play for a Ramblers throw-in. Ramblers looking to play that ball in again. Tackled away by the Coyotes. Looking to reset now are the Ramblers. Headed away by Harvey. Rodriguez will play it back into the side to Martin. Jennifer Martin serves it into the box. Headed back by the Coyotes defense. Chasing it down, Mariah Schwartz. And that'll go out of play for a throw-in. (26-19) left here in the second half. Sammy Gage with it towards the end line and forces the deflection for a corner kick. Gage had a stellar first half when she was in for the Ramblers, continuing that level of play here in half number 2 since she's come on. This ball going to be served in with the right foot. Headed towards the near post by Valerie Gagnon. Just wide. Nice service into the box there for the corner kick. Gagnon was in the right place at the right time, just couldn't put it in the back of the net. Ball goes back to the Ramblers. Schwartz with a head. Over to Monica Lee. Taken away by Tegan Eberly. Again, Eberly's been everywhere. Now to Teslo. Teslo, the leading scorer for the Yotes. Teslo creates some space, but gets that ball knocked away and out of play. Last coming off a South Dakota player, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Ramblers. Jennifer Martin will throw that one down the line over Eberly's head, off of Sammy Gage, and goes right back to the Yotes. And that ball thrown down the line over the head of Erin Bello. Bello trying to catch up to it, taken away there by Allison Reitberg. Reitberg plays it forward. Coming over the back of Sammy Gage there was Harvey. No call. We play on, and the Yotes have the ball. Through ball over to Bello. Bello stumbles over it, gets that one tackled away by Rodriguez. Now that's taken away by Sparkman of the Yotes. Rodriguez fighting for it, Bello fighting for it. Ball still on the ground. Sparkman takes that one away. Sparkman with the long strides, plays the ball, looking for Eberly. Eberly couldn't make the run. Teslo trying to back that one up, and Teslo has to play it wide. Teslo at the edge of the area. Teslo in the area, crosses it in, over the feet of Lauren Bennett, and that is going to roll harmlessly over to the sideline, not out of play, and the Ramblers maintain possession. Ramblers trying to play that one back out of their own area. And it goes into the defensive third of the Yotes. Harvey will shield that one and play it back towards Schaefer. To the midfield stripe. Bennett trying to get around the player marking her. That's Hubley. Taken away now. Ramblers get possession of the ball, but only for a brief moment in time. Reeves will play it back to Schaefer. Schaefer with Gage encroaching on her will have to play that one quickly away. Counter-attack upcoming for the Yotes. Aaron Bello. Bello runs into a player. No call there. Rydberg bodies her up there and makes her fall to the turf. Now that ball played towards the near side. Intercepted away by the Coyotes. Giddings with the tackle. Now Eberle. Eberle trying to use that quickness to her advantage. Just a couple steps over, trying to get around Rodriguez. Plays it forward for Teslo. Just a little too long, though. Shielded away by the Ramblers defense, and the Ramblers back line has done an excellent job here in this game. Definitely making Monica Gagno's life easy. They have held, for the most part in this game. So we have a substitution coming into the game for the Coyotes. And that'll be Taylor Navala coming on, replacing Jenny Teslo. Navala, the freshman from Andover, Minnesota, has created a couple of chances, including the goal in the first half by Kylie Wheeler. And Gagno will play that one. Manages to bounce just before the touchline and then goes out of play. Giddings with it. Giddings will throw it in. Cleared away by Daniels. Now to Sammy Gage. Near side. Monica Lee with it. Monica Lee with a couple of touches, a couple of strides on the far side, still on the ball. On the near side, rather, still on the ball. Plays it in the area. Sammy Gage on just the edge of the box. That's deflected into the hands of Jen Schaefer. And Schaefer will punt it with the left foot. Taken away by the Ramblers. Now back to the feet of Eberle. Eberle just plays it long. Maybe just in a position to, get the Coyotes defense has been back on their heels just a little bit, kind of reset a little bit. But really, the only player forward there was Navala. And now the ball back into the hands of Schaefer again, trying to restart this Coyotes offense. Gage for the Ramblers. Touches it, plays it to Rodriguez. 1-2 ball intercepted away. Aaron Bello trying to chase it down. Tessa Daniels will play it forward. That ball will trail all the way back over to Reeves. Ramblers thwarting most of the offensive pressure put on by the Coyotes here in the second half, and they do so again. Rodriguez looking for Monica Lee. Gage can't catch up to it. Giddings will have to play it with Monica Lee on her. Gets around Lee and plays it to the near side to Eberle. Eberle gets that ball tackled away by Jennifer Martin. Eberle, one of the smaller players on the field for the Yotes, but just not afraid to take a couple hits out there. Pretty intense. All right, got a couple of substitutions. Allison Scheimer, Kristen Papirski in for the Ramblers. Giddings with the throw in. Ball bounces over Monica Lee's head. Eberle there to clean up the mess. Eberle. Ball down the line. Taylor Navala. Navala gets that one tackled away from her by Tessa Daniels. Daniels, who's been nothing but an anchor for the defense for the Ramblers tonight, showing so there, but gives up a corner kick. Fourth corner kick of the match for the Coyotes. Sent in with the left foot into the area. Bounces in the hands of Monica Gagno. That may have been a little more difficult play than Gagno had expected, but she makes the stop. High ball to the head of Rodriguez. Harvey will play it. Now back it goes, Valerie Gagno. Long ball. Schwartz trying to chase after it. Cleared away. Coyotes with the ball, 18:22 remaining second half. Ball down the line. Here comes Navala on the right side. Navala still on the ball. Plays it towards the middle. Sparkman with those long strides tries to catch up to it. Tackled away. And cleared away by Kristen Rodriguez. Sammy Gage trying to play a one-woman show here on the right side. Waiting for some teammates to catch up to her. Left-footed cross into the area. Misplayed towards the net. Nice effort by Sammy Gage, though. Gage had enough patience to take enough touches to allow the rest of the Ramblers to catch up with her and made a little something out of nothing there. $17 and a half to play here in this tie match in regulation. We've seen some close matches here already today. And the men playing IPFW took into the 89th minute for the Ramblers to get on the board and win that match. Both teams scored goals in the first half, but it's been a defensive battle pretty much ever since. Not much way in the offensive chances as Gagno will fall over and grab that ball. And that ball bounced to Giddings. Giddings plays it on the volley over to Everly. Now to Sparkman. Sparkman tries to play that through the middle. Monica Lee with a couple of touches. Brings it down for the Ramblers. Now over to Papirski. Papirski trying to get around Sparkman. Papirski still on the ball. Plays it to the left side over to Schwartz. Schwartz trying to chase it down towards the corner. Schwartz still on the ball. Plays it back. Looking for a little service in the box. So the Ramblers, they get it. It's headed and bounced off the hands of Schaefer. Schaefer would have just done well to grab that one. Almost gives up another chance there. Ramblers still on the ball. Hubley with it. Hubley with a left-footed service to the far post. And that's going to be an offside. Monica Lee a couple steps in front of the last defender. Little too much of a head of steam there. Did not realize where she was in relation. And gives up the indirect free kick to the Coyotes. That ball played towards the near side. Rolls over everybody, and it's going to go out for a throw-in. Quickly restarted by the Ramblers. Now Everly gets a hand on it. Sparkman with a high foot. Yeah, those long legs make for really good strides, but you know, they can be a curse as well to get up in the face. It's going to be a dangerous play called on Rachel Sparkman, or Rebecca Sparkman, rather. Valerie Gagno with the indirect restart for the Ramblers. 15:07 to play, second half. Gagno, right-footed service into the area over everybody's head. Cleared away by the Coyotes. Chased down there by Jessica Bean. And Bean will run out of real estate, but that last came off a Coyotes player, so it'll be a throw-in for the Ramblers. A lot of midfield play in this game, but the Ramblers have kind of turned it on a little bit. Trying to create some chances in the area. Rodriguez will play it back. Switches fields now over to Scheimer. Scheimer with a lot of room to work with. Scheimer right-footed service into the area. Left or right-footed. Now it's in front of the net. Schaefer off balance. Grabbed that one. Nice job to grab that one. Remember, she had that goal by the Ramblers go right through her hands. Definitely has picked up her game here in the second half. And Monica Lee was right there on the doorstep. Now it's Navala the other way for the Yotes. Navala. That one will go out of bounds. Navala played that one a little too long, and the Ramblers will have a goal kick. Some early season intensity here. 13.5 to play in the second half. Still have a tie score. Schwartz will play that one for the Ramblers. Schwartz will have to play it back. Now the Ramblers trying to get something forward here. To Gage. Gage at the edge of the area. He gets that one tackled away. And Gage muscled down there by Colleen Reeves. No call. Coyotes still on the ball but can't get enough players forward. Daniels will clear it away. Valerie Gagnon with it. Gagnon will play it to the far side. Ramblers trying to slow down the pace a little bit. Wait for players to get forward. One or two touch passes, but that one is going to go out of play. And turned over to South Dakota. And that ball thrown down the line. Ramblers back line holds again. Rodriguez will head it down towards midfield. Navala for the Yotes. Now running onto it with Shannon Keller tackled away. Now here comes the counterattack for the Ramblers. Ball played low towards the edge of the area. Giddings gets that one tackled away. Schwartz with the ball. Schwartz still on the ball, has a little space to work with. Harvey having a hard time catching up to her, and that ball is going to skirt well past Jen Schaefer there and out for a goal kick. Schaefer almost had another situation there where she had to make a decision in a split second of time. Rolls harmlessly past her, though, and out for a goal kick. We'll have another substitution coming into the game for South Dakota. Lauren Bennett will make her return. And that's the type of player that head coach Mandy Green in her third season needs on the field for the Coyotes right now. Mandy Green in her third season. Her husband, Josh, is the assistant coach. As Gagnon will pick that one up. Monica Gagnon, that is. Mandy Green, only a record of 5-27-5 in her third season at the helm of the South Dakota Coyotes women's soccer team. They do not have a men's program in Vermilion. As Rodriguez will play that one. Sammy Gage. Sammy Gage, who's been a bit of a creator for the Ramblers, will play that back towards the midfield. Sparkman. Far side, well past the feet of Rachel Green, turned over to the Ramblers. And we had a substitution coming into the game for the Ramblers. Anna Claudia Michelini will come back into the game. Monica Lee will come off.
On for the Ramblers, number 7, Anna Claudia Michelini.
And head coach Barry Bimby will need that head spark on the field. The current Offensive Player of the Week in the Horizon League is Anna Claudia Michelini. And she had the game-winning goal in the 104th minute 1 week ago here at Hoyne Field against Yale. Looking for that late magic again, perhaps. And Michelini with the ball at her feet, plays it towards the middle, cleared away by Eberle. Almost turned over at the midfield stripe. Nicely done by the Ramblers to clear that one away. Ramblers have this second half has worn on, have become more anchored and more able to withstand any potential pressure that the South Dakota Coyotes may put on. That bounces over the head of Navala. Played forward there by Jessica Bean. Running onto it is Papierski. Tackled away. Bello with it. Bello had to play it behind her. Recovers quite nicely. Over to Bennett. Bennett misplays that one. Taken away by our opposite number, Bean. Now to Schwartz. Mariah Schwartz to the middle of Sammy Gage. And that will trail past Gage. And now Eberly with it to Bello. Bello turns that one over away again to Schwartz. Cleared away by Reeves. Bennett. Now to Schwartz for the Ramblers. Bello takes that one away. Here we go with who can control the midfield again. Seems to happen if more than not in this match. Not a whole lot of offensive pressure by each side. A lot of balls played in the midfield. This time around, Rodriguez will play it back towards the Ramblers' defense. Hubley will corral that one, play it back towards Valerie Gagno. Michelini trying to run onto it. And that goes out of play, and it will be a throw-in for the Yotes. Back in the midfield now. Bounces to Allie Giddings. Giddings forced towards the near side by Mariah Schwartz. Nice tackle there. Got a little body contact there, but got enough of a ball not to get a whistle blown. Giddings will throw it down to Eberly, over Eberly's head. Back to Giddings. Giddings with the left-footed service towards the box, headed back by Valerie Gagno to Monica Gagno. 7 minutes and counting, second half. Punted, nice and long, towards the far sideline. And Papierski gets turned around there. Back to the defense it goes. Valerie Gagno with it. Gagno through ball to Schwartz. Flicked on for Rodriguez. Rodriguez slide tackles that forward. Sammy Gage with it. Gage tried to toe poke it forward there. Got tackled away by the Yotes. Lauren Bennett with it. Bennett to the middle to Bello. Bello, long ball, looking for Navala. Well past her. And Monica Gagno with it. Nice punt again by Gagno. Sparkman to Bello. Bello slide tackles it forward to Eberly. Eberly, left-footed, played forward for Navala. Cleared away. Giddings, Sparkman off of Rodriguez. Counter-attack upcoming. Papierski plays it far for Michelini. Michelini far side. Michelini plays it back towards the middle. Through ball. Through and past everybody into the hands of Jen Schaefer. Perhaps looking for somebody who wasn't making a run there, and Schaefer will punt that one away. And the Ramblers trying to establish possession. Schwartz flicks it forward the head. Gage making a run. Giddings on top of that one. Trying to play it out of trouble. Plays it towards the middle, but turns it back over to the Ramblers. Bean with it. Bean over to Papierski. Rodriguez with the right-footed service. Far side for Michelini. Michelini gets that one tackled away by Rachel Green. And that's going to be out of play for a throw-in for the Ramblers. But the Ramblers are inching ever closer to goal. And we come to that critical last 5 minutes of every half stage. It's the first 5 minutes and the last 5 minutes of every half are the most important in any soccer match. Ask any soccer coach, they'll tell you that. And that goes out of play for a goal kick, and that'll bring on a substitution for the Coyotes. And Jenny Teslo, the leading scorer, will make her way back onto the field for South Dakota. 4:25 remaining here in regulation. Ramblers and Coyotes tied at 1. Played down the line. Giddings tried to tackle that away. Schwartz tries to chase it down. Harvey will misplay it back over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez, a little bit of tired legs there. Can't catch up to it. Now gets it. Michelini will play it back. Ramblers looking to reset the attack. Nicely muscled there by the Ramblers. But that's going to be cleared away. Hubley does a nice job, but nothing doing there for the Ramblers. And Hubley will force that one off of Lauren Bennett. And Hubley still fighting for it, all the way back to the defensive third. Bennett. Or Daniels, rather. Over to Scheimer, and Scheimer will play that one back over to Monica Gagno. Gagno trying to restart things. Trying to play the ball through the midfield. Now the Coyotes have it back. Eberle plays it forward to nobody. And it'll be shielded back to Monica Gagno by Scheimer. 3:08 remaining here in regulation. We're still tied at 1. Gagno does what she does best, a long booming kick. Headed forward, Schwartz. Michelini tries to catch up to it, can't do it. Now it's Eberle. Eberle trying to turn that ball around, but turns it back over to the Ramblers. Schwartz will handle the throw-in. Actually, no, she'll lay it back there for Scheimer. Scheimer throws it into Schwartz. Now Rodriguez tried to chase it down, cleared away by the Coyotes. Teslo with 10 other red shirts back behind her. Now Lauren Bennett tries to catch up to the midfield stripe. Taken away, though, by the Ramblers. Transition here. Papirski tries to play it in the area. Footed away. Now Rodriguez with it. Rodriguez serves that a little awkwardly into the area. Flicked on there by Sammy Gage, trying to make something out of nothing again, but the Coyotes will clear. 2:05 left to go here in regulation. Scheimer plays it to the near side of Schwartz. Schwartz could not keep that in play. Turned over to the Coyotes. And the Coyotes fans who have made the trip here today are starting to get a little more vocal here as we've reached the last 95 seconds of regulation. Papirski. Pretty solid crowd on hand tonight watching this exciting matchup between the Ramblers and the Coyotes. And the Ramblers getting a little offensive pressure here as we approach the final minute of regulation. Schwartz near side. Misplays the ball. Well, if you're going to misplay the ball into touch there, that's a good place to do it. Well deep in the opponent's end. Last minute of play here in regulation. Eberle will throw it in. Coyotes trying to catch the Ramblers off guard there. Bello with it. Bello will play it back to Giddings. Giddings with a left-footed service. High and headed away by Daniels. Lauren Bennett with it. Bennett trying to get around the person marking her. Can't do it. Bello with it. Bello to the middle of Bennett. Tesla plays it back now. Bennett trying to find into the box. Cleared away by the Ramblers. 30 seconds to go, second half. Gage trying to start a counterattack. Plays it forward. Onside. Here comes Anna Claudia Michelini. Far side. Nice time run by Michelini. And she's going to cross that one, deflected and cleared away by Sparkman. 11 seconds to go here in regulation. And it looks like the Ramblers might be heading for their third consecutive overtime contest here in 2012. The whistle blows, and at the end of regulation, it's the Loyola Ramblers won and the South Dakota Coyotes won. We'll be back with overtime after this on the Horizon League Network. And we're back here at Loyola Soccer Park, Hoyne Field, for overtime here in this contest between the Loyola Ramblers and the South Dakota Coyotes. This is the third consecutive overtime contest for the Ramblers. Their last two, 1 week ago, against Yale here at Hoyne Field. They won that one 2-1 with that 104th minute goal by Anna Claudia Michelini. The header was just about 6 yards from goal. And then Monica Lee in overtime against Western Michigan on last Sunday in Kalamazoo got the victory. So the Ramblers have won their last two overtime contests. And we're about ready to play the third overtime contest in a row. Little experts of extra time are the Ramblers this season. Third overtime contest as well for the Coyotes of South Dakota. They had two earlier this season, and they have lost, they lost one. They lost one 1-0 at Idaho back on August 19th and finished in a 4-4 draw against North Dakota on August 26th. First overtime period underway. 2 10-minute overtime periods. Golden goal. First team to score will win. And Loyola has the ball at Schwartz on the outside. Schwartz crosses it in over to the waiting hands of Jen Schaefer. And Schaefer will punt that one forward. Over to Michelini. Michelini, who had one of the overtime winning goals for the Ramblers. And now it is Chelsea Stokes. Gets that one taken away. Yotes and Ramblers going the same directions they were in the second half. And now it is Teslo. Teslo cross, knocked away and smothered up by Monica Gagno. Jenny Teslo, the leading scorer for the Coyotes, showing why she is that, creating the offensive pressure. And now the Ramblers with it. And Gagno with it. That's muscled away, and now South Dakota takes it back over, but only for a brief moment. Ball ping-ponging back and forth, pinballing, if you will, and now Schwartz has it. Schwartz plays it towards the ground, looking for the run of Anna Claudia Michelini, and Michelini can't catch up to it before it goes in the hands of Schaefer. Schaefer will punt that one, headed by Eberle. Bean for the Ramblers. Bean towards the midfield stripe will have to play it back over to Hubley. And Hubley, through ball, and off the feet of Papierski, and out for a throw-in. Out of play it goes, and now thrown in to Schwartz. Schwartz tried to flick that one on, flicks it into space, tries to catch up to that. It'll be Harvey who plays it. And now the Ramblers with the throw-in. Scheimer throws it in. Schwartz still trying to create double team, tackled away by Giddings. Back to the Ramblers, Bean with it. Bean forces it off of Bello and out for a throw-in. Scheimer will do the honors here. And Scheimer now over to the corner. That's fought in the corner. Another throw-in upcoming for the Ramblers. Actually, this time around it'll be a throw-in for the Coyotes. Apologize, it's not really the best angle for me to see anything in that corner, but I'm trying my best. Bean with it. Over to Papirski. Papirski will play it to the far side of the trailing Hubley. And Hubley back towards the middle to Michelini. Michelini gets that knocked away by Sparkman. Now Bennett will clear. Only one player forward now for the Yotes, and that is Jenny Teslo. Scheimer. Scheimer serves it towards the head of Papirski, who floats that one right into the arms of Jen Schaefer. Schaefer with the left-footed punt towards midfield. Bello gets the head on it. Back to Eberle. Eberle off the face of Mariah Schwartz. Now Sparkman with those long legs strides forward. Over to Bennett. Bennett with a burst of speed. Bennett towards the edge of the area. Bennett still on the ball. Plays it towards Teslo. Taken away there by Hubley. That'll roll out of play, and that will be a throw-in for the Coyotes. 5:24 remaining here, first overtime period. It's bounced towards Teslo. Teslo will lay it back to Bello. Bello will play it back over to Green. Green towards the middle. That's Willer. Willer, the goal scorer, gets that tackled away there by Chelsea Stokes. And now that ball on the outside, crossed in long over the head of everybody, headed down by Eberle, bounced in, out of play. A bit of awkwardness in front of the net, and that is out of bounds for a corner kick. That's sent in. Headed back towards the goal. Played towards the ground. A little commotion in the area. Now Eberle with it. Eberle left-footed, switches fields over to Green. Green plays it towards the middle to Bello. Bello on the outside, now over to Teslo. Teslo, far side shot taken, aiming for the far post and out of play for a goal kick. Now the Yotes providing the offensive pressure. Loyola provided it towards the tail end of the second half. And as we go towards the home stretch in the first overtime period, the Yotes have kind of turned the tables a little bit. But not so fast as the Ramblers. They're trying to get it into their offensive third, but taken away by Aaron Bello. Bello over to Bennett, misplays the ball. But Bennett wins it back. Bennett on the far side. Bennett still on the ball. Bennett plays it back. Now it goes to Willer. Cleared away by the Ramblers. Sammy Gage with Sparkman behind her. Counterattack upcoming for the Ramblers. To Michelini. And that ball will be played back to Daniels. Daniels plays it forward. Schwartz with it. Cleared away. Now here's the counterattack by the Yotes. Long ball looking for Teslo. Past everybody and over to Monica Gagno. And that ball is played long. And now over to Bean. Headed back. Over to Papirski. Papirski right-footed shot harmlessly into hands of Schaefer. Schaefer, outlet throw over to Bennett. Bennett looking to switch fields over to Eberle. Knocked away by Loyola. To Bean. Bean, Michelini wide open on the right side. Nobody notices that. Plays it towards the middle to the Ramblers. Now that ball shipped forward. Bello. Bello to the ground over to Teslo. Teslo turns on it. Teslo with a couple of Ramblers closing down on her. Plays it wide over to Bennett. Bennett fighting against Hubley. And Hubley gets the better end of that one, gets the deflection off of Bennett for a throw-in. A minute 33 left to play, first overtime period. In the midfield now. The ball's played over Eberle's head. Michelini with the right foot. Over to Sammy Gage. Sammy Gage looking to start the counterattack for the Ramblers. Left-footed service over looking for Mariah Schwartz. That ball is going to be chased down by Rachel Green, and we got a whistle and an indirect free kick because Mariah Schwartz was offside. Final minute here in overtime period 1. Now Schwartz with it. Played forward, looking for Sammy Gage, and that's knocked away there by Colleen Reeves. Taken away by Chelsea Stokes. Almost turned over to Jenny Teslo. Scheimer will have to crawl that one up with Teslo closing in on her. Final 10 seconds upcoming here. Counted down now by the PA announcer, Ryan Haley. 5, 4, 3, 2. And the first part of our extra time session ends. We're still tied 1-1. We'll be back with the second part of overtime after this on the Horizon League Network. Oh, Lord. Yeah. So much. I know, she's not just once, like 5 times. That's why she's there. Like, Michelini, wide open, space. Nobody sees it. I mean, and it's not like it was you were trying to sit across from the far side of the field. It was the middle of the field, and they were leaving it that way. Let your leading scorer create. You know? Well, what do I know? It's tight. And I'll mention that when we come back, too. Especially when she's that much real estate to work with, too. And we are back here at Hoyne Field. It's like that serving of the Thanksgiving dinner that's really, really good. You want a little more. This is force. This is the second overtime period. 10 more minutes to go. First team that scores wins. If nobody scores, we end in a tie. That's just how we do things in NCAA soccer. So 10 more minutes of action as if the first 100 weren't exciting enough. I have Laura Finley to my left here. She's had a long day, and it's about to get 10 minutes longer. We're underway, second overtime period. Coyotes with the ball first. Teslo heads it forward, cleared away by Valerie Gagnon. Stokes will bring it down. Stokes forward to Papirski. Papirski with a little space to work with. Through ball to Michelini. Michelini with a little space, but she's offside. Maybe just barely offside, but she was still offside, and that's the only part that matters. Indirect restart for the Coyotes. And that ball bounces forward, tackled away by the Ramblers. Coyotes still with it, albeit back in their own offensive third. Now Bennett with it, midfield strike forward for Teslo. Teslo can't get around Valerie Gagno, but man, I'll be darned if she's not trying. And that ball is going to go out of actually a foul is going to be called. And a free kick upcoming for the Ramblers. Booming kick by Monica Gagno. Seems to be the story tonight. Headed out there by Kylie Willer. Hubley will throw it down the line for the Ramblers. Over on to Claudia Michelini's head. Gage will keep it in. Michelini will play it back towards the middle. Jessica Bean heads it down over to Gage. Ramblers kind of need to spread out a little bit to get some offense going. Plays it back to Hubley, and Hubley will send a left-footed ball into the area. Bounces right into the hands of Schaefer. First 2 minutes of the second overtime period. A tale of how this match has gone between these two teams. Overtime, very familiar to the Ramblers. This is their third consecutive overtime match here in 2012. Bennett with it. And by the way, the Ramblers have won both. And that ball taken away by the Offensive Player of the Week, Anna Claudia Michelini. Plays it back to Stokes. Back to Michelini. Michelini with a little bit of space to work with. And this is where she perhaps may be most dangerous. Now to Bean. Bean plays it wide. Over to Schwartz. Mariah Schwartz to the edge of the area. Tackled away by Everly. Through everybody. Gage tried to turn that one around. Tackled away by the Yotes. Here we go on counterattack. Lauren Bennett near side. Bennett, long strides, couple touches, get around Chelsea Stokes. Bennett plays it back towards the middle to Erin Bello. Erin Bello lets fly from about 25 yards out. Bounces right into the hands of Monica Gagno. This is where the legs are tired. Bello, who has played pretty much all the match for the Yotes, decided that she was going to try to fire one to get Gagno off guard. It didn't work. Stokes with it. Played near side over to Hubley. Hubley with a couple of touches back towards the middle. Tessa Daniels with it. Through ball. Knocked away by the Yotes. Slide tackle by Stokes. Nicely tackled away there from Sam Harvey. Yotes throw it. Looking for Eberly. Bean will deflect that out onto the mesh. 6:05 left to go, second overtime period. Either team looking for creation of an offensive chance to put this one away. Having a hard time getting it out of the midfield again, though. 50-50 balls in the area, and a whistle and a hold is going to be called against the Coyotes. When you're jostling for position, especially when trying to play those 50-50 balls in the air, sometimes you do a little bit of grabbing, and the Yotes did there. Valerie Gagno trying to direct traffic, waiting on the whistle. The whistle blows. Gagno sends that one long over the goalpost and out of play. I'm getting field goals signaled in front of me here. No, it does not count for 3 points. It was worth the effort. A for effort, definitely. 5 minutes to go here, second overtime period. Bean, ball spending a lot of time in the air off of players' heads. That's for sure. And a whistle and a free kick upcoming for the Yotes. And that'll be played there by Colleen Reeves into the area. Cleared away. Bean trying to clear it. Now to Schwartz. Schwartz almost slips and falls, gets the ball tackled away, but gets it right back. Now Schwartz, Michelini trying to make a run. Played back by Reeves, over to Schaefer, right to the waiting feet of Sammy Gage. Gage with a shot, diving forward and saving it is Jen Schaefer. Oh, Schaefer, who gave up that howler in the first half off the feet of Jessie Hubley, went right through her hands and over her head. Schaefer was definitely sure of that save right there. 4 minutes to go, second overtime period. Bennett with it. Bennett trying to play that one around Hubley. Bennett still on the ball in the edge area. Bennett tries to cross that one in, and that goes over the end line and out of play. And Monica Gagno looking to quick restart for the Ramblers here. Booms that one. This time kind of a low liner looking for Michelini. Michelini jumps for it, plays it, and misplays it back to the Yotes. Bennett to the middle, to Bello. Bello over to Sparkman. Sparkman has to play it back to the trailing Giddings. Giddings on the far side. Giddings trying to get around Mariah Schwartz, who's been playing back, and that'll go out of play. Both teams trying to break through in the waning moments of this one. Under 3 to play, second overtime period. Ramblers have not had a match end in a draw this year. The Yotes have had one, and that was the 4-4 tie against North Dakota back on August 26th. Sammy Gage looking for Michelini. Michelini with a little space to work with, trying to turn and face goal now. Michelini, through ball, cleared away. And that ball, slide tackle in the middle, played forward, cleared away again by the Yotes. Ball bouncing around in the midfield. Valerie Gagno against Rebecca Sparkman. And that'll be a free kick for the Ramblers. 2:05 left to play, second overtime period. This one's all the way back at the edge of the midfield circle for Valerie Gagno to take. Raises her hand, sends that one in the area. Into traffic, cleared away. Hubley with it. Hubley, she hit from that range before, but now she's going to dribble it to the edge of the area. Left-footed cross, blocked away by Reeves. Out of play, throw it upcoming. 95 seconds to play, second overtime session. Ball played towards the corner, now along the touchline. That ball will go forward for Teslo. Teslo can't run onto it before it's taken away there by Valerie Gagno. Got a couple of balls now on the field. Cleared away, no problems there. 1:10 left to go. Bounces toward Michelini. Michelini toe pokes it over for Papirski. Now to Schwartz. Schwartz far side to Scheimer. Scheimer, lots of space. Served in the area. Bounce. Lauren Bennett facing her own goal. Has to clear that one away towards the touchline. Man, that could have been really, really bad for Lauren Bennett there. Kind of in no man's land there. The Ramblers still have possession of the ball. 35 ticks left. Some slipping and falling going on. Now Teslo with it. Teslo, one person to beat. Valerie Gagno closing down on her. Gagno and Daniels' muscles are off the ball. Nicely done. Gagno tries to clear that one away. Throw in here with 15 seconds to go. Here we go with the final countdown of the 10 seconds. Into the box. Tesla trying to muscle through. Cleared away by the Ramblers. Misplayed towards the midfield. And this game, my friends, is going to end in a draw. Your final score of tonight's game, the Loyola Ramblers won and the South Dakota Coyotes won. Definitely an exciting matchup here today. And we'll be back to wrap it up after this here on the Horizon League Network.
And that's the end of tonight's game. The final, your Loyola.
Welcome back, everybody. Again, your final score of this evening's match between Loyola and South Dakota is 1-1. This one ends in a draw. After 110 minutes of soccer action, both goals came in the first half of today's game. It was Kylie Willer getting her first goal of the season for South Dakota in the 35th minute. And the 38th minute, Jessie Hupley answered with one that went right through the hands of Jen Schaefer. Ramblers are now 3-4-1 on the season. The Coyotes are now 1-5-2. The Ramblers travel to Bowling Green, Ohio to take on the Max Bowling Green team. It'll be Sunday afternoon. And then the next game for South Dakota, they travel about 2 hours to the west to go to DeKalb to take on the Northern Illinois University Huskies in DeKalb on Sunday. So the next two opponents for the Ramblers and the Coyotes, respectively, are from the MAC. And they return home, the Ramblers do next week, for a game against Cleveland State next Friday night. Next Friday night, the Horizon League Network in Loyola will be back with volleyball. Wright State comes to town to Gentile Arena on September 21st. That is a 7 p.m. start. And on September 22nd, they will be taking on the Valparaiso Crusaders. That'll wrap things up here tonight. I'd like to thank everybody here at Loyola for making this broadcast possible here this evening. And we will catch you the next time. For everybody here, I'm Brett Myers saying you've been watching Loyola Ramblers Women's Soccer on the Horizon League Network. Good night, everybody.